This is Lauren Steiner from the Robust Opposition, and I'm here at Jeff Jackson's town hall in Buncombe County. I have been a long-time Medicare for All activist, and I am here to ask him if he elected would co-sponsor Bernie Sanders' Medicare for All bill.
In the first 6 months of the pandemic, 5.4 million Americans lost their insurance because it was tied to health.
Yes.
It was tied to their jobs. In North Carolina, we have 260,000 lost their jobs and lost their insurance. Our public health is overwhelmed. How do you plan to change or restructure our healthcare system in this country?
If there's one thing that COVID has taught us, it's that an employer-based healthcare system breaks down during a pandemic when lots of people lose their jobs. Here's what I think is going, let's talk healthcare. Okay, here's what I think is going to happen. You see the administration rolling out things in pieces. They did, the first thing was COVID relief. The second thing appears to be infrastructure. I bet the third thing is going to be healthcare. And I think it's going to be a version of universal healthcare. Something that would get us to be no longer be the only developed nation that doesn't have true universal health care.
Medicare for all, Jeff.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. And what I think is going to happen is that that's not going to pass, in part because of Joe Manchin. I think this next election, where we have states like Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina, will determine whether or not we get to universal health care by the end of Biden's first term, which is 2024. We should be focused on actually getting to universal health care by the end of this term.
How?
There's no reason that we can't do it.
How?
By electing 3 more Democrats, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina.
What policy?
Who's next? Who's next?
What policy, if not
Yes,
Medicare
ma'am.
for all? You said you would answer my question on camera.
Ma'am, I did answer your question on camera. I already did.
You
I
said you
answered,
wanted
I answered your question
Right,
in the middle
but
of
you
my speech already,
Yes,
ma'am.
but you said you wanted a policy that would get us to universal health care
I do.
in 2024. So my
I do.
question is, if not Medicare for all, what policy is that?
Well, I think there are different proposals in this space, and I'm open to a couple different proposals.
Can you say-
What I'm not open to is failing. We have to get to universal health care by 2024. I don't think we can get there by 2022 because I think Joe Manchin is going to block it.
Right.
But I think we have a legitimate chance of getting there by 2024, and that's what I'm committed to.
So which policies do you support?
I'm open to different ideas in this space. I think the Biden administration is probably going to propose some form of a Medicare public option. I'm open to that.
Just to sign on to something as a co-sponsor doesn't mean it has to get passed. It's taken this long, decades, since John Conyers sponsored his bill to get 50% of the House Democrats on as co-sponsors. Just recently, Frank Pallone signed on. That was a very important signal. It would be a signal if you co-sponsored this, whether it got passed or not, that you support it as a policy.
What I'm hearing from people across the state is they expect me to get something done. That's going to be my focus. I'm going to put all of my energy on actually getting legislation passed. People are done with politicians who say, I'm going to do this, and then they don't. So what I'm telling people I'm going to do is what I think I can actually accomplish. What I want is the boldest possible version of something I think we have a realistic chance of getting. And I think we have a realistic chance of getting to universal health care by 2024.